What is the price of a moment? Can you put a value on a single swing of a bat that defined a season, or a piece of flannel that an icon wore when he changed the world? For most of us, these are priceless memories, the folklore of America's pastime. Baseball is full of legends, moments that echo across decades, and sometimes a single object carries more than just a story, it holds history. In the marketplace of collectors, these moments, these tangible pieces of history, have a very real and often staggering price tag. Today, we're not just counting down a list, we're opening a time capsule. We'll look at 10 of the most expensive baseball memorabilia pieces ever sold. These aren't just collectibles, they're artifacts that tell the story of baseball, and in many ways, the story of America. Number 10. Babe Ruth's bat. Kicking off our list at number 10 is an item that was once in the hands of the most legendary figure in baseball history, George Herman Babe Ruth. We're not talking about the very instrument he used to build his legend, his bat. This isn't just any bat. This is the Louisville Slugger that Babe Ruth used to hit his 500th career home run on August 11th, 1929. Think about that. The very piece of lumber that made contact with the ball that cemented Ruth as the first player in history to reach that monumental milestone. The story goes that after the game, Ruth autographed the bat and gave it to a friend, a former mayor of Suffern, New York, named Jim Rice. For decades, the bat was a treasured family heirloom, a private piece of history. It was propped up in a corner, a silent testament to a legendary day. It wasn't until the 21st century that the family decided to share its story with the world. In 2019, it went up for auction. The bidding was fierce as collectors vied for a chance to own the very tool that made history. When the final gavel fell, the bat sold for an incredible $1.85 million. It's a testament to the enduring legacy of the Sultan of Swat. That bat didn't just hit a baseball, it launched the 500 home run club. Number 9. 1927 World Series ring. The 1927 New York Yankees, often referred to as Murderers Row, are widely considered one of the greatest baseball teams ever assembled. This was the peak of the Yankees dynasty, with Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig leading the charge. Ruth himself had a season for the ages, hitting a record 60 home runs. The World Series ring from that year is a spectacular piece of jewelry, with a single diamond set in the center. On one side, it features an eagle, and on the other, the year 1927. This ring was the symbol of that historic victory. This particular ring was gifted by Ruth to his wife Claire. After her passing, it was eventually sold. In 2017, it hit the auction block. For collectors, it was the ultimate prize from the ultimate team. The final price? A staggering $2.09 million. More than just gold and diamonds, it's a symbol of one of the most legendary seasons in sports history. Number 8. Hank Aaron rookie jersey. This is Hank Aaron's 1954 rookie season road jersey, worn when he was a 20-year-old phenom for the Milwaukee Braves. Before he was the all-time home run king, he was just a kid from Mobile, Alabama, trying to make his mark. This jersey represents the very beginning of that journey. It's the fabric he wore as he hit the first of his 755 home runs. What makes this jersey so special is its rarity and its connection to the start of a legend. Rookie jerseys of iconic players are incredibly sought after. It shows signs of game use, the subtle wear and tear that tells a story of a season of hard-fought games. When it was sold at auction, the price reflected its importance. It fetched an incredible $2.1 million, a fitting tribute to the man who chased down the Babe and became a legend in his own right. Number 7. Mark McGwire's 70th home run ball. Summer of '98 was magical. Mark McGwire of the St. Louis Cardinals and Sammy Sosa of the Chicago Cubs were locked in an epic home run race, both chasing Roger Maris's single-season record of 61. It captivated the nation and revitalized baseball. On the final day of the season, McGwire, who had already broken the record, stepped up to the plate and launched his 70th home run. It was a number that seemed impossible, a perfect exclamation point on a historic season. The fan who caught the ball, Philip Ozerski, was suddenly in possession of a piece of history. After much deliberation, he decided to sell it. The auction was a media frenzy. The man who bought it was comic book artist Todd McFarlane, who paid an astronomical $3 million for it. At the time, it was by far the most ever paid for a piece of sports memorabilia. While the legacy of that era is now viewed through a different lens, there's no denying the power and the value of that single baseball. Number 6. Jackie Robinson's 1947 rookie jersey. A jersey that represents something far more significant than just a game. It's a symbol of courage, change, and the breaking of barriers. This is Jackie Robinson's 1947 rookie jersey. On April 15th, 1947, Jackie Robinson stepped onto Ebbets Field wearing the Brooklyn Dodgers uniform and broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. It was a seminal moment not just in sports, but in American history. The weight of that moment, the pressure, the abuse he endured, it's all woven into the fabric of this jersey. This is the only known surviving game-worn Jackie Robinson home jersey from his historic 1947 rookie season, a season where he not only faced immense adversity but also excelled on the field, winning the inaugural Rookie of the Year award. This jersey is more than memorabilia. It's a civil rights artifact. It represents a pivotal shift in our society. In 2017, it was sold at auction, and the price reflected its monumental importance. It sold for $5.52 million, a powerful reminder of the man who is bigger than the game he played. Number 5. Babe Ruth's game-worn jersey. We have Babe Ruth's game-worn jersey, this one dating from the period of 1928 to 1930. This jersey dates from a period when Ruth was at the absolute zenith of his powers, a global superstar who transcended sports. He was the Bambino, the most famous athlete in the world. This is the uniform he wore as he traveled across the country, hitting home runs in every ballpark. Photographic evidence was used to match the jersey to specific games Ruth played in. In 2019, it went to auction. The bidding was intense, ultimately reaching a world record price for any piece of sports memorabilia at the time. The final price was a jaw-dropping $5.64 million. Number 4. Babe Ruth's Baltimore card. This is his 1914 Baltimore News pre-rookie card. Before he was a Yankee, before he was even with the Red Sox, Babe Ruth was a 19-year-old phenom playing for his hometown minor league team, the Baltimore Orioles of the International League. The Baltimore News produced a set of cards for the local teams, and the one featuring the young pitcher, George Ruth, is now one of the rarest and most coveted cards in the hobby. It's believed that fewer than 10 of these cards still exist today. The card features a young, somewhat slim Ruth, a far cry from the larger-than-life figure he would become. It captures the very beginning of his professional journey. In 2021, one of these ultra-rare cards, graded in fair condition, was sold in a private transaction. The price was an astounding $7.2 million. It's a staggering amount for a small piece of cardboard, but it represents the genesis of baseball's greatest legend. Number 3. Honus Wagner T206 card. At number 3, we have what was for a very long time considered the Mona Lisa of baseball cards, the holy grail for collectors, the T206 Honus Wagner. Honus Wagner, nicknamed the Flying Dutchman, was a shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates and one of the greatest players of his era. The T206 set was produced by the American Tobacco Company between 1909 and 1911. While thousands of cards were printed for other players, it's estimated that only 50 to 200 Wagner cards ever made it into circulation. For decades, the T206 Wagner was the most valuable card in the world. Its price has consistently set records. In 2022, a version of the card graded as a 2 on a scale of 10 was sold. Despite the low grade, its legendary status drove the price into the stratosphere. It sold for $7.25 million. Number 2. Mickey Mantle's 1952 Topps card. At number 2 is a card from the post-war golden era of baseball. It's Mickey Mantle's 1952 Topps rookie card. Mickey the Commerce Comet Mantle was the golden boy of the 1950s Yankees. His 1952 Topps card is considered his true rookie card and is the cornerstone of post-war card collecting. The story behind this card's rarity is fascinating. The 1952 Topps set was released in series. The Mantle card was part of the final high number series. In 1960, to clear out warehouse space, a Topps executive had the remaining cases loaded onto a barge and dumped into the Atlantic Ocean. Thousands of cards, including hundreds of pristine Mickey Mantle rookies, were lost forever, creating an artificial scarcity. In 2022, a perfectly centered, near-mint copy of this card, graded an incredible 9.5 out of 10, came up for auction. It was described as the finest known example. The bidding was historic. It obliterated all previous records for any sports memorabilia, selling for an unbelievable $12.6 million. A record that many thought would stand for a long time. Number 1. Babe Ruth's Called Shot jersey. The most expensive piece of sports memorabilia ever sold is Babe Ruth's called shot jersey from the 1932 World Series. According to legend, he points his bat towards the center field bleachers, seemingly calling his shot. On the very next pitch, he crushes the ball, sending it sailing to the exact spot he had pointed. It was one of the most mythic, defiant, and legendary moments in sports history. The jersey he wore that day became the ultimate artifact of this moment. For decades, its whereabouts were unknown to the public, but in late 2023, it was sold in a private transaction. The price is almost incomprehensible, $24.14 million. It's a price that transcends the world of collectibles and enters the realm of fine art. It is a testament to the enduring power of a great story, and to the man who was and always will be the king of the game. From a $1.85 million bat to a $24 million jersey, these artifacts are more than just expensive objects. They are a direct link to the legends who defined America's pastime. They remind us of the moments that made us hold our breath, the heroes we looked up to, and the stories that we'll continue to tell for generations. They prove that while the players may be gone, their legends embodied in these incredible pieces of history are truly immortal. Thanks for joining us on this journey through baseball's most priceless treasures. What piece of memorabilia would you love to own? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the world of sports.